Hello everyone, my name is Heidi Reitmeier and I am a soils researcher at the Northwest Research and Outreach Center in Crookston, Minnesota, and I am also a graduate student through the Land and Atmospheric Science program in the Twin Cities U of M campus. I'd like to share with you some research that Dr. Lindsay Pease, two grad students, Kyle Scherbine, Aaron Frankel, and myself have been working on over the past several months here in this field here at the Rock. Let me preface before I get started here and say that with the greenhouse gas sampling that we're doing out here, we are doing something that you may not know much about. So you may have heard about greenhouse gases, you may have, it's all kind of tied in with climate change and things like that. You may have heard about some of those things, but you may not know that greenhouse gases actually come up from the ground as well. They're not just in our air or in our atmosphere. So what we're curious about here in these drainage plots, how do greenhouse gases from the field here change as you change from drainage to no drainage in this field? So that's what we're curious about. All right, let's get started to just show you kind of what we're doing here. Down here I have one of our gas chambers, and what we do is after a certain amount of time we go ahead and we take with a syringe a gas sample and collect those samples in these glass vials here. We've got many of these glass vials full of these greenhouse gases that we take back to our lab and analyze for the greenhouse gas emissions that are coming off our field. And we do that at various locations across the field to get an idea what those greenhouse gas emissions are from across the field. So why might this be at all of interest to you farmers for us to be studying greenhouse gas emissions? Well, I have a couple of examples. One, for example, if you're applying more nitrogen fertilizer, that starts showing up in N2O or nitrous oxide greenhouse gas emissions, that would be a good reason to apply less nitrogen fertilizer on your field if we're seeing problems with contributions to greenhouse gas emissions there. So that means less money spent on your end.